Well, that's not the right screen. Welcome back, everybody, to what is going to be our second to last match of the day. We are currently casting the WePlay Dota 2 League, WePlayTV Dota 2 League. Let's try that again. Welcome back, everybody. We are currently casting the WePlay.tv Dota 2 League. Isurus Esports versus No Tidehunter. This is your winner bracket finals for Group E. The winner of this match is going to be first place in the group. It's best out of one. The loser goes home. Or doesn't go home, but drops down to the losers bracket where they will face Fnatic NA. Then the loser of that match goes home. The winner of that match takes second place and will advance into the next stage. It's GSL-style groups. There's very little margin for error, but every game has meaning, is hopefully packed with meaning, I might add. And well, that being said, Winter, welcome aboard. It's going to be our second to last cast of the day. How are you feeling about this matchup?
Could you tell me more about this team, Isurus Esports? I'm not very familiar with them.
They're from Peru. Nova, I think, is their most well-known player. He's a streamer from South America. They're actually using their full roster. They like to play kind of turtle Dota. At least that's what I saw from them last game, is they basically got their Phantom Lancer too fat to fail. They drew the game out a lot. We'll see what they do this game. They go for the Nyx Gyrocopter, but Nova generally is their carry player, so I guess keep your eyes on him.
Nova from Fnatic last time? Or
he is... There's two Novas. There's one who's actually from China who moved to the United States. That's a different Nova. This is the one from South America, so I'm not sure which one you mean.
Okay, I think it's not the same person.
Okay. But as far as the draft goes, No Tide has Keeper and Mag. And they could have gone PL here. I'm just glad they didn't.
Why? Why don't you like that hero? You like Illusion Wars.
I do, but I've been casting for 12 hours already, so... I don't want a PL game, man. I can't take it. Not today. Tomorrow early in the day, that's fine. But
okay, tomorrow I'll pick some PL games for you.
I'm not casting. I'm not casting you tomorrow. You can do whatever you want. That'll be for Gods and Lumi to enjoy.
Yeah, I'll make it difficult for Gods then. Get some PL.
You troll.
But for this game, it's a trade-off for Isurus. They decided to go for the Nyx first pick and they gave away the Mag. But usually, like we discussed this before, if you're LGD, you would always take the Mag over the Nyx Assassin. If you're a certain team that has if you have a player that plays that hero very well, it's definitely always the better case to have the Mag instead of the Nyx Assassin. But some teams, they prefer the Nyx Assassin.
And they do have a player who can play it really well. That's S4. He's played pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, today wasn't even his best Mag performance. He's still hitting most of his RPs. Most of his skewers were good. It was definitely enough to get the job done. So let's see, who's it going to be for the rest of the draft? They're banning out the strong map controllers, the Storm, the Puck. When you already have Nyx on the field, you don't want to give away a hero like this where just those two can kill almost anyone from any point on the map. So I think that's smart. Nature's Prophet is still in the pool, and if I'm no Tidehunter, I think about banning that hero out right now.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet, the global presence would enable the Nyx Assassin to just basically have that support of the Wrath of Nature, and he can just go pick up any hero really easily, especially those supports. And I think I've seen this in most of the No Tidehunter games recently. It's been a pattern. They have Windrunner as Loda's playing the Windrunner on an aggressive tri-lane, and why is S4 getting his Magnus like every game? Why are teams not banning it out?
No respect. No respect. They're banning the Admiral Bulldog heroes, the Lone Druid, the Darkseer. These are both target.
I'm more worried than the RP than the Armlet Lone Druid. Seriously.
Hey, he didn't go Armlet last time. Give him a break. He went Radiance like a good Lone Druid should.
Yeah, take nothing away from him. He's a very good Lone Druid player, but I just personally feel that Magnus is just a hero that has more high impact in the game if he hits a good RP compared to a very well played Lone Druid.
I agree. So what are we going to see the rest of the way? This was mostly banning out the carries here. The Phantom Lancer, the Luna, the strong 5-man carry in the Luna, the strong split pusher in the PL. But there is still a Faceless Void in the pool. That's something that No Tidehunter likes to run. And it would actually go really well with Keeper of the Light, Magnus, and Windrunner. So,
but I don't think they would go for, because they have been running loader on the Windrunner aggressive timing all the games. So I
That's true.
yeah, I think it's not going to happen, but like you mentioned, Faces Void plus Magnus together. It's something I like to run on my team as well. It's very good late game.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen you run that.
Radiant team
It's quite interesting.
yeah, it's the combination. If you just land both the spells correctly, you basically can't lose a fight mid game to late game.
I'm liking Isurus' draft quite a bit, though. They have Rubik, so they can potentially steal Illuminate RP, some big spells. They have a little bit of a weak tri-lane versus the Keeper. I think they're going to struggle in the tri-lane, but if they can get to the mid-game, their presence is very strong.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the Brewmaster split and the call down will deal a lot of damage. For now, we can see only the RP. There's still no source of damage or follow-up to follow the RP, so it's gonna come out probably this pick. Maybe
Hey, they have Gandalf.
if
That's all the damage you need.
you shall not pass. Bang. He's
There
illuminate.
needs to be a Gandalf announcer pack just for Keeper of the Light.
You better email Valve. I need a Gandalf announcer pack.
Only
Would you buy it? Would you buy it if it's
Yeah,
more expensive
I
than the
would.
Lina?
That's the only thing I would buy in Dota 2. Aside from tournament tickets.
Okay, back to the draft. Well, I think
Speaking of tournament tickets, there's one for this tournament, guys. Only $4. So check it out. But anyway, hello to those on Dota
Yeah.
TV. That's neither here nor there, though.
yeah, I think that if no Titan Hunter wants to run aggressive fighting with the Windrunner against the Nyx Assassin and the Rubik, if they were to use these two as their supports, no Titan Hunter would have a very good edge in the lane because Rubik and Nyx Assassin they need so much levels to gain from the pull, and if you just go up against them and to deny them pulling, it's going to
10
affect their
seconds
mid game
remaining.
potential a lot, especially the Nyx Assassin. You want him to get his Vendetta up as soon as
5
possible.
seconds remaining.
And with the Brewmaster pickup, I really don't think they'll run the Nyx
Dire
Assassin as a
team
solo mid.
So they go back for
Dragon-
Dragon Knight, and then I guess maybe we're not going to see the Lodo Windrunner. He did play it in the one game earlier this tournament, but I'm not sure who else would play this. I guess they could put Admiral Bulldog on the Magnus and then send S4 mid on the Dragon Knight, but it's not something I've seen him play. So honestly, they may have run this before. I have not been able to watch every
10
European game,
seconds
so we'll just
remaining.
have to see. But if you want to go pushing in the mid game, Dragon Knight's one of the
5
best carries
seconds
in the game to
remaining.
do it. The Poison Breath's great against towers. He can clear creep waves quickly with his Flame Breath. He's tanky. He can be in the front lines. He can
5
build a pipe.
seconds
He
remaining.
can build just damage items if you want.
Whoa.
And I think for the style they're showing, it's kind of a nice pick. But Clinks?
Yeah, and the Dragon Tail is very, very effective against the Brewmaster because it's instant cast and whoa, they're going for Bounty Hunters, so the lanes it's gonna be a support Windrunner.
I'm kind of curious. Why would you pick Dragon Knight, who's really like a 5-man carry in most cases, and then go back for Bounty Hunter, who's a ganker? This feels a little bit odd.
They want to have like more DPS because Dragon Knight alone can't really kill everyone. Like can't really, he's not a hero like a Faceless Void or a Luna. You can just deal a lot of DPS. Dragon Knight is sort of you need to rely on your teammates a lot. And before you reach your level 16, the magic number for Dragon Knight, he gains a lot of DPS from the level 16 and the slow. But before that, he's not going to deal enough damage to
10
kill
seconds
most of the heroes. And I think having that Bounty Hunter up is going to be
5
very good
seconds remaining.
to deal with the Nyx Assassin as well. So
And the
could be-
Clinks, so can be a pretty strong matchup. Bounty Hunter can
Yeah.
actually dominate a Clinks 1v1, depending on if either hero gets sentries, and especially if the Clinks has them or not.
Prepare for battle.
And if the Bounty Hunter gets pulled, which they are going to pull him.
Yeah, I think they're going to pull the Clings as well. Are they going to pull the Clings?
He really needs, at least, no, he's not. Well, 2 cells.
Oh, they're pulling the gyro. They're pulling the gyro. They pulled him one tangle.
So, Winter, with that being said, let's introduce the teams. On the Dire side, we have Isurus Gaming, the Peruvian upstarts, looking to take down No Tide and take a first place in their group, but they've got a tall order ahead of them. Ifrit on the Gyrocopter. We have Fallen playing the Rubik. Clinks being handled by Shoko. In the middle lane, it's going to be Nova playing that mid role, not playing the carry this time around. like we're sort of used to seeing him do on the Brewmaster. Last but not least, it will be Goody on the Nyx Assassin. And then over on the other side, we have no Tidehunter.
Yeah, we have Private Bulldog on his Bounty Hunter, and every time he plays the offlane, he seems to come up with certain new ways to play it, and I'm very excited. He's one of the few players I like to watch on the offlane from the Western scene. It's really interesting. And for S4, it's the Magnus again, and Agam on the support Windrunner, Woda on the Dragon Knight, and Aki on the Keeper of the Light.
And the other thing that's interesting about Bulldog is not only does he come up with new strategies for the offlane, but he comes up with new ranks for himself. Earlier, originally he's Admiral, then he's General, now he's a Private. I guess he's getting demoted. The military is not very happy with him.
But one of the favorite things that I've seen him do is, I think I told you before, what he did with the Prophet. Stacking 5 neutral creeps at once with the summons. He's gonna be in trouble. I think he's gonna be in trouble. He's in a bad position. There are 4 heroes here. There are sentries. Oh dear.
Not the best place for a sentry. He can tango out of here, but there's 4 heroes, like you said.
Yeah, see you later.
Well, they are wasting a lot of time.
I don't think he's gonna escape from this.
Oh no. Oh, they stacked the stuns!
No! No, he's gonna escape!
Wow.
Oh, no.
Bulldog.
It's not even stacking the stuns. Actually the Impale cancelled the telekinesis. So it's even worse than stacking the stuns.
It's just wasted.
Oh my god, it's just like using the telekinesis when the Bat Rider lassoed someone. It just won't work. Oh my god, he just impaled to cancel the soft, but I don't think it's gonna do much.
And they just blew both of their sentries, which means now he can just sit in the lane. Oh, that's such a big... And the lane's pushing. And the lane's pushing as well. This is a disaster for Isurus right off the bat. They're running 4 heroes on their jungle, and they waste 2 sentries. They push the lane. They're not pulling or stacking. They can't really push the tower, though. They're just giving Bulldog, like, level 2.5 for nothing. Oh, they did lose a salve and some tangos, but he'll take it. He'll take it to the bank.
He doesn't care. He's getting levels and jungling Clinks. Are you serious?
What am I missing here? Clinks is okay at jungling once he hits level 6. But at level 1, this is not very efficient to say the least.
This is very weird. I didn't expect them to lane it this way. I thought they were gonna go like aggressive tri-lane since they have the gyro to do it. It's not too bad.
Winter, look at the experience graph. It's 1,000 experience lead for no Tidehunter, and we are 2 minutes in! And there's no tower even dead, and they're up by 500 gold. Like, it sounds like a small number, but to be this early in and actually be down that much is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it all came down to what happened at top. I can't really say it's all to blame for Isurus, but it's some ballsy play by the Bounty Hunter, Bulldog as well, because when you are playing the offlane, you can't just sit there and just wait for the creeps to come. You have to do something, at least make the supports do something to try and kill you instead of just waiting for the creeps to come to your tower, and that Bounty Hunter took a gamble and it paid off.
And now he's level 3. He's halfway to level 4 almost. Ifrit keeping that lane pushed. Another big wave going to be fed right into Bulldog's maw. And what makes it more frustrating, I guess, is if you're a fan of Isurus, is they're not really pushing too much with this. They don't have Arena Basilius up yet. They're trying to pull the lane back with Nyx, so it seems like they're unsure if they want to push or if they want to pull, or they just can't control the wave. But Bulldog hasn't even had to leave his tower since that initial skirmish. He's just getting massive piles of experience for free. Compare that to the Clinks, who is level 3, but, you know, he didn't force out 2 sentry wards, he didn't cancel a clarity, he hasn't been nearly as much of a nuisance, and he also didn't require 4 heroes to deal with him the entire laning stage. Well, the first 2 minutes of it, anyway.
Yeah, and coming back to the part where I mentioned at the start, that if you have a Rubik and a Nyx Assassin as both your support, you really want to do lots of pulling, lots of levels. You want the Nyx Assassin to get his ultimate up as soon as possible. And it's not the type of dual support you want to have to push down the enemy tower quickly.
Yeah, if you wanted that, I mean, something like a Lina, a Keeper of the Light, a Twin-Headed Dragon would be a lot more effective than these two.
Yeah, and
or even Leshrac.
They haven't come up with the dust yet. Usually, a lot of teams do this. Like they make the carry farm up a dust with his first 180 gold, and they get a dust to deal with the bounty hunter.
They don't have one yet, and he's already level 4. They're trying to
They
push.
don't even have any sentries here.
If they're trying to push, where's the Reign of Basilius? He has that mask of... Or not that mask, sorry, that
The
Sage's
wristband.
mask.
Yeah, he's gonna make an Aquila out of that.
But it's so slow at this point. Whereas for a No Tide, they're just getting the Midas up on the Dragon Knight. Ake is already level 3. He's constantly stacking. They're going on Bulldog now. Oh, they might kill him. He doesn't have mana. He's dead. They get the first blood. Bulldog, a little sloppy from him. No reason he had to die there.
Yeah, he didn't have to die there at all. He knew he didn't have any mana, and he just... Sometimes as an off-lane player, you just go that extra bit of a mile to try to get that level and the experience, and you pay for it. It's a very common mistake by off-laners. It's sometimes very difficult because when you're in a position where you're so deprived of farm, deprived of level, sometimes your instincts goes over your head and you do a mistake where you know you shouldn't have done it.
S4, he blew RP mid. Now the Panda ult was used, trying to counter kill him.
Oh.
They have a boulder toss. If they can land this, this should be a kill. It's gonna be close. He's trying to juke. Down he'll go. And he blew RP, so Nova getting a good start, but is gonna die to the tower unless he evades this last shot. No, bottle is gonna be not enough.
Oh my god.
If he got one evade there, he would have lived, but no dodges for Nova. He's probably cursing the RNG gods right now.
I think he had he wasted a bit of a fraction of a second there when he went back to his usual form, and he actually I think hit the tower once.
Yeah, he's a little bit slow, and also still it's a good trade for him. Still, he's going to be happy with that. He got the kill. He forced the RP. It's a win for him.
Yeah, and I like the fact that S4 took a level of a skill point on Empower when he's facing a melee hero, just to have that splash damage to own the lane more. It's actually something I've seen a lot in Mac plays recently in solo mid, where you go up against a melee hero, you just take an early point in Empower.
You can push the lane a little more, and I guess you can also just harass them every time you last hit a creep.
Yeah, the harassment is gonna deal a lot if it's up against a melee hero.
And the thing is, Skewer has the same cooldown at all levels. The range does get a lot better, but it's only 1 point in Empower, and it's pretty good at level 1, to be honest.
Yeah, and the slow is the same at all levels, so it's just the range and the damage.
S4 gonna be in trouble here. He's got Skewer. He gets lifted mid-Skewer. Perfect timing. Now the Impale to follow. There's no clap. He's still alive. He's still running. He may be able to turn this around with the Shockwave onto the Rubik. Not quite in range, but he's thinking about it. He's got RP again as well. It's up. Now give them mana. Are they gonna go? Eggum's rotated in. They're gonna tango him up. They're
gonna south him.
Oh,
he's gonna go.
Yeah, he's gonna go in. Bulldog is here. The Private's on the move. There's no sentries in the lanes just yet. They're gonna be wishing they had them. If this goes poorly, it might. It very well might. Illuminate's being channeled. Skewer RP is gonna catch. Oh, no, only one. But still, they get a track kill.
There was one moment that S4 could have gotten. They were standing next to each other, and he just dashed in.
Yeah, could have had a 2-hero RP, and they both would have died with the Illuminate and with no Panda ult there, but just hesitated for a split second, and the opportunity for 2 was gone.
And there was one more reason as well, because the skewer was at level 1.
So, yeah, the level 1 Skewer, it's only 600 range, so it is very short. But he's gonna get a haste now. Who needs Skewer?
He's gonna land a super RP here with a haste. At least 2 or 3 heroes.
Loda does have his Helm of the Dominator up, or not Dominator, but Iron Will, going for the Dominator, I should say. And this Clinks is very poor. You know, it's interesting, I feel like most teams just don't really run the Clinks the way... Oh, Panda ult was used mid lane. We'll talk about that later. RP was used again for this Panda. They're not getting the kill on him, but this time S4 is going to escape. Turns it around with the Shockwave. And
I think the Panda's gonna die. He's gonna
he's gotta be low. Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
That was...
The second that ult ends, the Shockwave's already there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, mad up from Bulldog, gets the kill. Now trying to run. Clake's trying to do what he can, which isn't enough. Loda, however, will fall, but they don't get the Bounty Hunter. So when it's all said and done, over 3k gold lead for No Tide Hunter, over 4.5k experience lead. And they're looking at the tier 1 mid to go with the tier 1 bottom they already got.
And there's no Brewmaster ulti to fight the next one. So it's gonna be difficult if they try to take a fight right now.
And there's no Nyx level 6. He's not even close. He's just been spending so much time pushing the lane, basically, instead of pulling, stacking, and now he's sitting mid, not really getting much.
They have to create space with this Brewmaster ultimate because the cleans is just... I don't know about the jungling things, man. Seriously, Abby.
I mean, I guess they planned for him to go into the lane eventually. That's what he did, but it's just the way that the Clinks is being used by most teams. I feel like the hero only works if you really put pressure on your opponents with the other three. And how is a Rubik Nyx Gyrocopter safe lane going to put pressure on No Tide? They'll just give up a tower or two.
Yeah, every single hero in that tri lane needs levels, need gold, need some farm. It's not like if you're running a Shadow Demon at Chen, where you can apply pressure from the early on and create space for your team. Rubik and Nyx Assassin just doesn't do that.
And when you look at how Na'Vi and Empire run this Clinks for Funnick, it's always it's like Funnick is it's like he's the one position even though he's in a solo lane. Just the way that the lanes are played, they put so much emphasis on creating space for him. They run aggressive tri lanes, they run the dual roams, they do anything and everything they can to give him a true 1v1 matchup. But if you're not going to do that, Clinks really isn't that strong of a pick in the laning phase, and he's a hero that needs to have a good laning phase.
Yeah, you pick Clinks to have that 1 versus 1 advantage, and he gets a fast arcade, he's able to apply pressure in the home end. That's how basically Clinks works, and Funnick plays it very well that way. You never see Na'Vi or Empire throwing the Clinks on the off lane, not giving him farm from the start. He needs a good start.
Yeah, he's a hero that you have to build your lanes around. You can't just fit him in wherever you need him, but it seems like Isurus Gaming just picked a Clinks. They thought it would be a nice hero to have, and didn't really have a plan for exactly how they were going to lane him.
Yeah, I think it's sort of they wanted to split push with a hero because no Title Hunter has such a strong 5-man team. Magnus, Keeper, like DK. This tree alone has so much potential in the fights, and they wanted to try split up No Title Hunter with a Clinks pick, but I think they have to give Clinks a lot of farm. If not, he's not gonna do much this game.
Private Bulldog is bottom. He has that Reina Basilius inactive, just a little thing that you'll want to do so that you don't actually see the creeps having that armor R if you look closely. Just lurking,
yeah,
waiting.
I don't think he should be able to get a kill as long as the Clinks doesn't go too far out.
Yeah, the lane's a little bit pushed right now, unfortunately. They maybe should be looking to pull the wave back and then dive. But Bulldog's just content to sit here. If he gets a kill for every, like, 3 minutes or so of doing this, then it'll work out in the end just because of the track hold. And they're pressuring mid. They may find an opening right now. They have RP. They have Blink on S4. That Impale was... Oh, no, he impaled the creeps.
Oh, no.
Now he doesn't have anything to deal with this skewer, to deal with this RP. But Panda will TP, and that's 3 heroes mid and a mana burn. Oh, and they're going to go back bottom now, looking for Clinks. But this rotation from the Bounty Hunter was just spotted by a ward, so... Shoko should be okay.
Hunter is farming all the lanes. They're gaining maximum from all the lanes and without losing any hero.
Their Windrunner almost has a Force Staff. Ake has 500 gold. The support's difference in terms of farm is just outrageous. Mid lane, they go in, but he's got RP. He skewers the Panda back into tower range and is going to kill Nova off before he can even unleash that Panda ult. What a disaster. Now Private Bulldog comes in. He's going to go Rambo now, diving Ifrit. Shackle not going to latch. And actually with Ifrit, with the drums and the treads and the kill, a very tanky build, so diving him not really an option. But they get the kill of the Panda. They're going to back off. And meanwhile, Loda armlet complete. Treads probably will be next. Didn't go for the Shadow Blade build, but he's getting the max DPS basically for the mid game.
But personally, the Pinoy style Dragonite
I do too.
It just makes DK such a versatile hero because of that item.
And it scales really well with the attack speed because DK really struggles for attack speed. He's got bad agility gain, not a great base attack time, and I mean, sure, he's a ranged hero, but if you get... He's a hero that needs damage and attack speed, and, well, he also needs mobility, so Shadow Blade addresses that.
Yeah, Shadow Blade solves the mobility problem and the attack speed problem.
And it's also fun,
Dire's
let's be
middle
honest.
tower is under attack.
Armlet is a little fun, I guess, but not really. They're gonna go in bottom on Loda, and Loda is dead. No Armlet toggling for you, sir.
Is under attack.
But they get the tier 1 minutes to
Dire's
trade.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, and I really think he was a bit over his head there. He was farming a bit too deep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Way too deep. And the thing is, they don't have a lane ward. It's not like there's a ward right here that's gonna spot the supports rotating in.
Usually after you push down the tier 1 tower right here, you go for a ward around this position most of the time.
Yeah, but nothing doing there, so...
Radiant's bottom
Well, they're
tower
going
is
for the
under
tier 1
attack.
top. They have the Blink RP online in 8 seconds. Illuminate's being channeled behind the tree line. Agam has completed the mechanism, so didn't go for the Force Staff, went for the mech, as they need it if they want to start grouping up and fighting. Now they're going to recall Loda into the fight. It's going to be 5 heroes top, and 5 hard-to-kill heroes now. If you're Isurus, oh no. Actually,
Here comes, oh, the sentry.
and now the track. And now, officially, Nyx is going to be useless this fight.
Yep.
And our jungle Clink's nowhere near his Orchid. At this point in the game, Funnick has usually completed his Orchid or gotten very close. Unfortunately, this Clink's Shoko was thrown to the wolves in the offlane, and as a result of his team's...
Funnick doesn't start in the jungle, maybe.
Yeah, Funnick starts pulled in the safe lane. That's a bit different.
Yeah, here comes the 5-man.
And what does Clink's do for you here? Not a whole lot. Oh, Nova
Push down
looking
the
for the
tier 1.
backstep. But Loda's gonna muscle on the tower now. And Nova, no backstep for you. Doesn't have his Blink Dagger. That's kind of big for them, because who else is gonna go in first? Rubik? He'll probably just die walking in to lift someone. They really need this Blink on Panda.
There's only one more way they could go in. Spike Carapace into something to stun. Maybe the Flame Breath from the DK and just move in to stun. That's the only way they can initiate right now.
It's not very reliable.
Yeah, and I think No Thailanders is going to be able to deal with the split push very effectively because of the recall from the Keeper of the Light. The Klings is not going to deal anything to the tower.
And they're still sieging. Meanwhile, they've rotated Loda back bottom. He's going to continue to farm. He's got his power treads now. And we'll see what he goes for next. BKB is not a bad item this game at all. Bulldog's going to dive in. Looks to go and fallen, but actually thrown back into an Impale that was stolen by... or a Breathe Fire, rather. And a Nyx Impale. The combo enough to bring him down. Here goes the backstep from Nova. He's looking for a 2-hero clap, but he can't get it. What a blinding light by Ake. Really well done. Now the chase.
Oh my God, that was so good. That blinding light was so good.
That was probably... I mean, that was Ake dead for sure, and possibly Eggum dead as well, but... a great blinding light there keeps them both alive.
Yeah, he's one of the very good support players from the Euro scene. Really impressed by every time he plays. He can also play very good micro-intensive supports like Chen.
And you know the best part is, he's an old man in Dota terms. He's still got it. This old dog is learning new tricks. I say that.
Oh, are they gonna go for it? Oh, they baited out the... Oh, that was such good play. They baited out the Panda ulti. I think it's gonna be for nothing.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Dragon Knight Loda dies again, getting picked off repeatedly, but with the Panda ult down, they can look to push top, and tier 2 for tier 1, a trade almost anyone will take, any day of the week. No glyph here. Isurus just gonna forfeit this tower, despite getting that kill on Loda.
Oh, S4 is keeping down.
He's got RP! He's got RP! Skewer! Oh, not there.
Well, he started to get up the skill, and he stopped it.
He was charging up. He's gonna deny this tower as well. Oh no!
Oh,
just misses it.
if the Klings would have used that one auto attack, I think S4 got the deny. He stopped at the last second, and S4's hit came out after then the siege creep hit, and he got the last hit.
It's hard when you're up against Klinks because his auto attack just has such a slow travel time. It's hard to last hit as him in some cases, and it's also really hard to last hit against him because it's hard to anticipate when it's going to land until you've really played a lot versus this hero.
And back to the issue where Loda got caught out twice already. That was again him farming so far out when there's a Nyx assassin on the pool.
And he doesn't have sentries in the lane. He doesn't have observers.
That Checker almost landed on 2 heroes.
Who needs Shackle when you could just spam the wave and keep on pushing?
Soul Ring Tranquil Boots next assassin. He can't save up for a Arcane Boots and he goes Soul Ring Tranquil.
And he's just...
And you know, yeah, Spike Carapace is so good against the Power Shot and the Illuminate.
It is, but... Oh, that's an RP on 3! That's not good. And now, Ifrit gonna be surrounded by 5, quickly brought down. No BKB up for him yet. One more auto attack will secure the kill. And Loda armlet toggling into the back lines of play. They want the team wipe. They want Shoko. Shockwave is there. Shackle won't latch. Doesn't matter. That's another 5-hero track kill. And I'm just looking at the gold graph, the experience graph, and they are going directly up.
Dire's middle tower is under
That RP,
Yeah.
as I feel like it's just the standard for S4 at this point. He's very patient with the RPs, and it makes it hard to play against him.
Yeah, and not to mention Track. That's one of the biggest spells to punish mistakes by the enemy team. It just makes your team pull so far ahead, and there's just one moment there, the Isurus team, they were positioned 3 heroes come up together, and that's the time S4 pounced and got off the 3-man RP, and they won the fight from there on.
The track's also been crucial for them because it's always the Nyx assassin getting tracked, which means he can't initiate, even when there's not sentries there. Finally, they have to blink on the Brewmaster. Nova could look to jump in, but he could jump in and just get stunned by DK if DK is there, or RP potentially, so he's got to be quick. He shouldn't be greedy and go for a clap. I think he's just got to blink in and drop his ult, unfortunately. Otherwise, he may not even get his ult off, even with the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, Dragon Knight's Dragon Tail is just so effective at stunning the Brewmaster. If he blinks in, he tries to clap. As long as the DK is nearby, his stun is going to be, most of the case, faster than the primal speed.
Oh, here we go, Winter. Blink Dagger on Windrunner. I love this build.
Yeah, I personally like, I prefer the Blink Dagger over the Force Staff on Windrunner, to be honest.
Especially nowadays, because the new Force Staff doesn't really give you any damage.
Yeah, because of the removal of the Quarterstaff.
Yeah, from the recipe. It used to do a lot more, but it's still a good item, but I feel like it's just not that much of a semi-carry item anymore. And plus, Blink Dagger's sexy. You can make some fun things happen. Oh, Bulldog runs right into the trap. Yeah, that's sad Bulldog. But blink in, Shackle and Fallen. There's your stun. Bulldog's still alive though, running and getting mech'd up. Now the Dragon Knight thrown up in the air. The Panda ult has been deployed. Ake secures the kill on the Rubik with a nicely timed Illuminate. Loda still at full HP, armletting away, and now everybody on a headlong retreat. Isurus, no Panda ult, no Tidehunter. Maybe can just break the base now. With no Panda ult, how are they going to defend Winter?
Oh, look, it's gonna be very difficult. They only have Call Down right now to defend it. Call Down plus Fate Book.
And here comes the Mask of Madness for Loda.
Mask of Madness?
Mask of Madness Armlet. Now I've really seen it all.
Mask of Madness Armlet just makes you a paper. So easy to take down.
In S4 he trusts. He has very much faith in him.
Well, this is such a dangerous item build.
It's cocky, it's greedy, it's Loda.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, talking about greedy. He's the only one that I've seen go for Gloves of Haste from the start and goes for what, 3-minute Midas?
Bottom tower is under
I've seen Eternal Envy do that in pubs, but that's in pubs.
Pubs, yeah. Pubs.
Wow, that's a nice impale. Catches out 3 to start the fight, and then uses the Spike Carapace to actually block the Illuminate. BKB from the Gyro deployed. Doing some good work. Eggum got a 2-hero shackle in the midst of it, but in comes S4. RP was stolen, but can Fallen get in range to actually land his RP? He dies trying to run in. Loda with the Mask of Madness, not even using it just yet. Might turn around here. Power Shot flies through. Everyone from No Tide still alive, sitting on basically no HP. Can't believe they lived through that. Now the BKB is down. The Rubik, man, he could have made a big play, but he exploded trying to run in to cast that RP. That's sad. My kingdom for a Blink Dagger. My kingdom for a Blink.
No Blink Dagger, no Force Staff, and you're trying to run in against Power Shot, Illuminate, Shockwave. It's really gonna be so hard for him.
I'm not sure about this Mask of Madness. Well, Winter, here's the one thing it does. We have not considered this. It helps you get back to the fights quicker after you die or if the TP away. It's not like you already have Keeper of the Light or anything.
The movement speed bonus you get.
But if you're gonna do this build, where's your Yasha? Where's your Sanj?
He needs to get drums as well.
And a Yule Scepter, obviously. Oh no, Panda ults up. Bulldog doesn't really dive this, he won't.
He's just being such a pest for Isurus. Runs up, tracks one guy, see you later. Runs up, tracks another guy. He's the map hack for no Tide Hunter. Oh, the NA! Spike! Engage!
Really nicely done. Blinking, clap as well. S4 gonna whiff the skewer, running away onto the tower. Should be okay. Something was stolen by that Rubik. It is gonna be skewer.
Skewer.
Meanwhile, Nova gets caught, has the ult. Can he get it off? Nova is dead, and oh, nice defensive skewer from Fallen. Just gonna hoof it out of there.
This is gonna be, I guess they're gonna take the tower. This tower, I don't think they can defend this tier 3 tower in mid.
Well, they have Glyph. Panda's up in 20, didn't use his ult, so maybe they can.
I gotta see how the fight goes.
Well, Loda has BKB now. That's the thing that's really changed.
Yeah, whoa, he BKB'd so fast?
And he's using it to last hit the tower. Now he's chasing, but most of his BKB is gone now. He really shouldn't be diving. He's gonna back off. Mask of Madness and Armlet just deployed. Now he'll back.
Oh, here comes the Brewmaster.
I don't think he can get in range, but Nova's thinking about it. No, hold on.
I really don't think he should have used his BKB there.
Yeah, just really impatient. I mean, it's a nice idea, like, oh yeah, you can dodge the Nyx stun, but they're not gonna kill you. They're not gonna jump on you as a Dragon Knight with an Armlet and a BKB when your mags back you up and go on you. And now they can't really force the fight anymore. They have to play it much more safely because his BKB is on cooldown. So, not really optimal play from Loda, but still no Tidehunter pushing in the base. And here comes Nova for the backstab.
He's just trying to bait. Okay, Isurus is thinking no BKB, and they go in and try to kill and mag RPs everyone.
Yeah, there's also no range for him. Nova's still lurking, waiting for that perfect blink ult.
Oh.
This would be the moment. Nope, not yet. Just the stun to start.
Look at the positions of Isurus heroes. Is RP going to hit more than 2 or 3 heroes?
Probably not. I'm just really curious when this Panda's gonna go.
He's very hesitant on whether he should just dive in, get his clap off, or just blink in and get his crit. If he gets stunned while trying to get his clap first, he's gonna be dead.
And who can blame him? I mean, after the last few fights where he's just getting burst down without even ulting, better play it safe.
Yeah, he needs to get a BKB, to be honest, but he's nowhere near it.
No Tidehunter struggling to break the base. Maybe they should just be going Roche, but they just seem like they just want to win the game now. It's taken them 5 or 6 minutes of persistent banging away mid to actually break the tier 3. Now they want to finish the job. They want this Rax, but the Glyph is down for Isurus, so it's going to be harder to defend. Are they going to look to go?
Loda is farming away somewhere else. What's going on?
And now he's got a Crystallis. Glass Cannon Dragon Knight.
Glass Cannon indeed.
It's Dragon Knight. This is like the opposite of a Glass Cannon, but Loda is finding a way to make him into one.
He's going for such a very risky item build. Maybe it's because it's the fact that they knew they're going to qualify already. He's just trying some item builds.
Well, you want to get first place. It will help your matchups in that next round. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin tries for the backstab, pays with his life. Klink's going to work with the Orchid, but Eggum back to full HP. Just needs a shackle here. Can't find the angle yet. Are they going to look to dive? Not just yet. Meanwhile, Panda ult was used on the other side of the fight, but S4 still is RP, is still alive. Loda backing off for the moment, but this Panda ult's about to end, and it could be really bad for him if he's caught standing here. He's not sure whether to run or to fight. He will blink away. RP is still up, though, and with that, this is the time. This is the place. No Tide should be looking to go high ground before that Panda ult cools down. They've got a while to do it. They're going to go back onto the high ground. Still haven't really damaged the Rex that much, though. Taking them a while to break the space.
They still have call down to defend this. Oh, look at that long range spam.
Very aggravating to play against. There's their call down.
Oh, here comes the call down.
Loda, no BKB, but a shackle on 2,
Oh,
and RP on 3.
up.
Rubik stole it. He stole it. He throws it. He turns it around. It might be enough. Bulldog's diving Nova. Nova blinks away in the nick of time. Shoko manning up, but you can't man up against 5, and he'll drop. Now the racks are there to be claimed. This might be it for Isurus. They're not done from the Group E, but if they lose this match, which it looks like they will, they drop down. And they will face Fnatic NA to see who will advance as second and who will go home as third place.
Is it if you get first place, you get a better draw?
Yeah, you get probably an easier matchup in the next round, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like it will be No Tide taking that first place. No surprises, really, but they'll be happy with that.
They are the superior team in this group. So far, all the games have been very easy for them. Nothing much of hard games or anything.
Well, it's a 32-team tournament, so the first round, for the most part, is going to be fairly straightforward, especially for that #1 seed in each group. But once we get to the second round, things get interesting. On to Goody. There's your stun. Catches out the Nyx, brings him down quickly. Now Loda mans up with the BKB and the Vasca Madness and the Armlet active, but then says, I'm just going to hit this tower. I'm going to end the game. Crystal is now up as well. Big damage for him. Call down comes in. Gyro doing a good job of driving them back. Loda's low. He needs to armlet toggle here. He will do so in between flat cannon auto attacks. Nicely played by him. Ake charging in. Trying to save Private Bulldog, who then says, it's okay. I got BKB. I'm not going to die. Shackle will latch on Nova. Meanwhile, Loda wadding in. Not sure if he'll commit to it, though. Earned up as well. Continue to work away on the Rex. Nova with the ult in 5 seconds time. They might be able to turn it around, but RP's also off cooldown, so 2 big ults up and ready to go for both teams. Track. Oh, there's your Blake. RP on 2. Skewers them back. No, not just yet. It gets silenced before he can. Now the Panda ult comes out. S4 on the run. Bulldog on the run. They're going to get S4. The buyback immediately. Meanwhile, Loda armor toggling like for all he's worth. Ake going to resummon him. He can't. He's thrown up in the air. The spirit form's cooling down. So instead, S4 has to run his way back into the fight. As mentioned, no RP for him. Still they're chasing. Still they're fighting. Shackle on Nova. He's going to die. He'll be brought down. Now the Skewer catches the Nyx, chasing forward. No Tide looking to close the deal. They will. 4 heroes dead. That might be GG for Isurus. If they don't call it, it's coming anyway.
Yeah, they're going to lose 4 sets of racks after this.
So, I mean, no Tide Hunter, I wouldn't say it was a perfect game by any means. I think the big issue is just Loda's overly aggressive play without the proper support, but aside from that, the team is playing very well right now.
Yeah, if he didn't get caught out that 2 times, the game would have been over even quicker.
I mean, do you think this is something that he will improve? Because I feel like every time I watch Loda, even when they win, he's so aggressive. To the point of suicide, basically.
Probably it's because it's not like a big game, they already qualified. It's just like taking chances and stuff like that.
I remember in DreamHack there were some fights where Loda would just jump in as Void, and like the entire enemy team... sometimes the team wasn't there to back them up, but in the end it worked out for them, so... Perhaps it will here in the WePlay League as well.
Loda says, trust in the S4 mag. I can be super aggressive and he'll back me up with a 3-man RP or 4-man RP.
And he's good for that. Unless he blows it at Roshan. That would kind of slow him down. Well, now the Daedalus is out, and any issues Loda may have had with his DPS output on Dragonite are now officially resolved. He is not hard to, it's not hard to do damage anymore, with the Hyperstone picked up as well.
And the Empower is gonna make him... I think he's gonna one-shot the Rubik if he gets a crit.
Yeah, it's gonna be very close. Really?
Okay, sack. Really?
Well, we'll see what Isurus has planned. It's gonna be hard to defend now, though.
It's a tactical pause before the last push.
Time to strategize. I wonder. So
they're gonna take down. They're gonna take down the Private Bulldog first target.
That's his plan. He's going Divine. It looks like Sacred Relic picked up. Could be an Abyssal, but I'm hoping for the Divine Rapier.
He has an Aegis. Come on, he's going Divine.
You say that, but he's disappointed me in the past, so I have no faith in him right now.
I'm pretty sure it's going for a divine.
I asked him to cast with me, and he keeps on saying no. And then today he's like, "I'll cast with you," but of course he's playing. So Bulldog is always trolling me, teasing me.
He doesn't like you.
He doesn't.
You need to give him some lone druid items.
He's very shy. Actually, all of No Tidehunter is pretty quiet, aside from Loda. Like, I mean,
I don't.
at least
I don't really
publicly.
know everyone except for Loda. Yeah.
Well, Winter, having seen Isurus Gaming as well as Fnatic NA, that'll most likely be our next match. Pretty much decided at this point. Do you have a favorite?
I think Isurus has the better decision making and the draws to win the matchup.
I agree. I think they'll have the edge, but we'll see. I actually thought that the Rats would have the better matchup, and that was not the case.
Okay, are we gonna see a Rubik steal 5-man RP and 5-man RP?
There's your RP.
Oh, no.
Nope, no RP for him now. That's a lot of AoE. There's no point even casting it. Just everyone dead in a matter of seconds. Now the dive onto the base. Ifrit on the run. Well, they paused for this. They relished the death. They embraced the pain. But Isurus gets knocked down to the loser's bracket in Group B. They need to win this match or they will go home. No Tidehunter. They secure first place in Group B. No surprises there. One of our top 8 initial invites for the WePlay.tv Dota 2 League. Winter, we have one more match. You up to cast it?
Yeah, I'll finish it.
Finish the job, Winter.
I don't leave the job halfway done.
That's what I like to hear. I need your help.
Well, Windrunner has 4 mechanisms.
Oh, yeah. Let's check the items right now. I need to improve my fountain camping camera control and just leave the items open so I can see all the silly things the players are buying. GG, but they'll fight until this throne will die.
There's no divine. Where's the divine?
I told you, Admiral Bulldog is forever disappointing me. He's making me sad.
Why? Why no divine?
We'll have to ask him. We'll have to find out someday. But for now, he frustrates us again. And no Tidehunter, like Bulldog frustrates us, they frustrate Isurus. Isurus get knocked down. 35 minutes, but it was just a total smackdown the entire way. Over 30k gold lead, over 25k experience leads. Guys, thank you for tuning in. The We Play Dota 2 League, day number 1 of group stage action, Group E. We have one more match. That's a best out of 1 between Isurus Gaming as well as Fnatic North America. The winner takes second place and advances to the next stage. The loser goes home. It's Peru versus North America. Who will prevail? We'll find out after this.